It's compelling, it's cutthroat, it's chaotic, it's clever, it's controversy and chaos, baby.
You and I are just as congested. At least you have an excuse. You're pregnant. I am just congested because I keep moving around the country and acting like I don't have allergies. I am so fucking congested. I was congested in Chicago. And then it's like, you know how that first sign of when your allergies start flaring up, that scratchy throat? I was like, oh no. And then we had to fly home. And you know, the air on the plane is so dry. I went to Walgreens and got me a whole bag of cough drops. And I'm just like popping cough drops. And I'm like, oh, do I have tea? And they're like, no, we don't have any hot water.
On the plane?
Yes. You know, because usually they'll give you can have like coffee or tea. I'm like,
That's what
oh,
I'm saying. How they don't have hot water on the plane?
none that day. So I couldn't have any tea. So I was like, fine. I'm just trying to not to be that person that's like coughing nonstop the whole flight. And I'm like, I'm not sick, but my throat is so dry and scratchy. And it's just like I can't help but cough. So I'm like, I probably had 15 cough drops
Yeah,
on that ride because it's not working for me.
the pregnancy congestion is just so disgusting because, like, first of all, the amount of saliva and mucus that's just in my throat at any given point of the day, it's just so disturbing. Like, I'm definitely one of those pregnant women. I'm too ashamed to carry around a spit cup, but I probably should because I would literally turn my head real quick and just spit, go to the bathroom, spit, or sometimes I'll wait until like I can't take it no more and then go spit. I hate it. It just feels so disgusting and dirty and I feel like an animal. But yeah, the congestion, the mucus, like I don't know. There's nothing more I could do to drain my insides. Like I really don't know. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like pregnancy is one of those things like you get an excuse to just be nasty. It's fine. Because there's nothing that you can do about it. Like just the fact that your body is making more saliva than it should.
It doesn't make any sense. Like producing so much saliva and mucus from every which way. My skin is beyond dry. I'm talking I ain't never been so ashy in my life. In the summertime, I'm an oily person. Why the fuck am I so ashy? Like, literally, well, I had sunburn. I finally got that taken care of, but I just be so ashy. Legs ashy, feet ashy, elbows ashy. Not too bad right now, but
You're gonna need some Eucerin. Like you need like if Vaseline
Vaseline,
don't
not
do it,
Vaseline.
if Vaseline don't do it, that's how you know you dry. Like it's like I need some clinical lotion, like something.
I'm about to get some raw shea butter to mix with my Vaseline because that helps. But I'm like, I've never been a dry skin person. Like I've never had eczema, nothing, nothing. Oh, and well, y'all can't see right now, but my lips are black. Not black, but like dark. Like it looks like I got sunburn on my lips, and I did not get sunburn on my lips because my lips did not look like this in Jamaica. Like I just woke up one morning and my lips were like dark.
Pregnancy. It's like the best, worst thing ever.
Yeah. At least, I didn't really take my beauty. My makeup has been looking good these days. But
Period.
other than that,
Everything else, neck down, shambles.
yeah. My neck ain't turned black yet, but we got a couple more months for that.
Well, I'm gonna hope that you don't get that symptom because it's bad enough. All the other shit, and it's the summertime. It's hot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't envy you, sister. Not at all.
Yeah, it's
No.
just
No, thank you.
day by day. Mm.
No, thank you. All right. Random question time.
Okay, well, I have a couple, but most of them are about friendship. And let's do a more like non-serious one.
All right.
Okay, so if you are a woman of a certain lifestyle, right? I'm talking working in nightlife, strippers, or midnight ballerina, IG baddie, whatever, right? And you get a call and you get invited to an event or a party with an affluent man, like let's say a rapper or athlete, the ones that got the bucks. And they're like, oh, bring some friends, right? And you have like a best friend. I'm talking like we was in the sandbox together. We're besties. We do everything together. But she is not aesthetically, what these men typically are looking for. Is it wrong to not invite her to said functions? Or is it like she should understand? You want me to go first?
No, I think it depends on what you're going there for. If you
What you think?
are
You know what they're going there for. They're
exactly, if
going,
you're a
yeah.
lady of the night and you wanted to make some money, then yes, you should not bring her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you messing my bag up. Like, this is how I get paid. So every friend is not for every occasion. If you are in any kind of nightlife work, your looks matter. Like, it just is what it is. It seems wrong. Like, I'm not gonna take my ugly friend with me, or my not so attractive, or this type of aesthetic looking friend with me. But you there to do a job. If you are a dancer, you there to dance. How many times you go to the strip club and the ugly dancer got all the money? That doesn't happen. That just doesn't happen. The looks matter. If you're in bottle service, the look matters. It just does. That is what it is. This is a society that we fucking live in. So no, everything is not for everybody. She can't come to this. Now, if it's a thing of like, we're just going to hang out, or we're going to brunch, or this is just a social thing, then that's fucked up. But this is not a social thing. This is work. Like, girl, I'm here to make money, and you not about to stop my bag. Even a friend who can't dress, I shouldn't have to style you everywhere that we go. No, keep that shit over there. You can't come to this. That's
Mm-hmm.
just not what this. That's not what this is for.
And
So
I
you
feel
gotta
like
stay.
not even just to make money, but like there are certain environments where certain people are not going to feel comfortable, right? Like if you are a midnight ballerina or, an IG girl, or you use your looks to get things from men or get into places or do, that's a part of your lifestyle. We all know the girls that we're talking about here, right? We're not talking about just average everyday girls that are just pretty, right? We're talking about girls who use their looks to get what they want in life, right? I feel like it is wrong of you if you have a friend that does not adhere to those aesthetics or live that lifestyle to bring them around that, because these men aren't going to be so nice. How many times has somebody said that they went to the club with their friend and they were denied at the door or whatever the case may be because the friend didn't fit the aesthetic? And I'm not just talking about skin complexion. I'm talking about the aesthetic and how you present, whether that's, I mean, sometimes even weight. If you don't got that BBL body, or you're not dressed how they're dressed or looking how they look, it's like, why would you want to embarrass your friend? If a man tells you to bring your friends, right?
There's a specific kind of friend that is implied. So it's like, yeah, bring your friend, bring your other friend that also has the BBL. She may not be an official midnight ballerina, but
She gives off what you give.
yes, it's more, this is here for the
Mm-hmm.
visual. We're setting a vibe. There's a look, there's a dress code, there's
Mm-hmm.
shit going on at whatever function. And if you don't fit that, don't do it. But I
Yeah.
think, to your point, like, it would make you a worse friend to invite your friend somewhere that you know that they're not going to be comfortable. Like,
Yeah.
it's just, you don't do that. Like, keep everybody's not for everything. If you know that this is going to make them uncomfortable, because even being in situations, and I think I've said it on here, like, when you're in those kind of environments or exposed to, everybody has the same exaggerated body type, everybody has the exact same look.
Mm-hmm.
You may be the most confident person, but you're gonna look around and be like, damn,
I
one of
don't
these
belong
things
here.
is not
Yeah.
like the other.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm that thing that's not like the other. And it's natural human nature to kind of be like, oh, damn, is something wrong with me? Like,
Mm-hmm.
now I don't feel comfortable, because it's like showing up somewhere and everybody's in a dress and heels and you came in there in sweats. It's like,
It's like, ooh.
we're not all at the same place. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, it's weird. It's uncomfortable. You feel uncomfortable. And it's like, okay, you cannot be in that space. I wouldn't invite one of my friends to
Yeah,
no
like,
kind of events like that if
yeah.
I know for certain what's going on.
Yeah, the women are being invited for entertainment purposes, not to just kick it and have a cool time. So even if you're not a dancer or a midnight ballerina, if you are in the industry of entertaining men, whether that's just like in their face, y'all know what friends should and should not be in the environment. Because even if you get there and nobody says anything to you, if that friend is not getting no play, no attention, and then she's just sitting in the corner looking all awkward and uncomfortable, and you go off, talk to whoever you're talking to, I just feel like that just makes you look like a bad friend. Because why are you leaving your friend? Like, you shouldn't even brought her if you was just going to be like, oh, well, she can go sit over there. Like, what is she,
Exactly.
your designated driver? Like,
And if she is, come back and pick me up. Like sometimes we just gotta be aware and just be realistic.
Yeah,
Like I'm not gonna take you somewhere and leave you. I could just not bring you.
literally.
That doesn't mean that we're not friends. I could just literally just not invite you. I don't gotta. You don't have to invite every person everywhere.
Literally, if I want to go to a buffet, I'm not inviting my friend who's always talking about they need to be on a diet.
Exactly. Like if we go into a barbecue, I'm not inviting no vegan bitches. No, this ain't that.
No, because I want to eat my food and do what I do in peace. I don't want you over here complaining about, like, I can't believe you're eating a hot dog. Girl,
Do you know what's in a hot
I don't
dog?
give a
Do you
damn.
know what parts they use, bitch?
Don't care.
It slap. So I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna eat it.
Let me enjoy my shit in peace.
Like what regular girl said, I'm gonna eat it. I'm like, leave me alone.
That conversation came from two things that I've been seeing on social media. I don't know if you know who Gorgeous Doll, the girl who exposed. Yeah, so she has
Yeah.
this best friend that she's been friends with for forever, and she doesn't bring her to these certain events with these men because she's not a part of that lifestyle or fit that aesthetic. And people were saying like, "Oh, you say you're a girl's girl, like that's so fucked up," blah blah blah, blah all this stuff. And then also I saw a clip. So like a few weeks ago, Duke Dennis and Kai Cenat, that whole group, they had like a pool party, and they had messaged India Love and was like, "Oh, bring some friends, but send pictures first." And I was just like, okay, clearly if they're saying send pictures first, it's like, yeah, like don't just bring the ones that's like you here. Maybe not cut and paste like you, but like who's on the same vibe, the same aesthetic, blah blah blah. That's the entertainment and the vibes they want in the room. And I think there's nothing wrong with that, because if you already present your friends with like, hey, this is what I got. Is this cool? Is this cool? That eliminates an embarrassing moment for you, because then you don't have to sit there and choose like, damn, like my friend, like, should I just leave with her or do I just leave her? Obviously, nobody should just leave their friend. So you're gonna go and be like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna sit this one out. But that eliminates all that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it also eliminates her feeling
Feeling
any
less
kind
than.
of way about feeling less than. Also, like I think today's men are a little bit more forward with
Mm,
like if they're not interested in you or they don't like the way you look or they don't like something about you, we're in a whole different space where men are being very vocal about the things that they don't like about women and saying
yeah.
those things to their face. So I would never want to put somebody in a situation where now you've been like somebody says something rude to you and you internalize that in that moment. Some people don't have a poker face where they could just like suck it up and cry in the car. Like they might go in the bathroom, start crying right now, and it's like, this ain't the place for that, girl. Like, get it together. Now I gotta go console you so we could get up out of here. Especially like now I'm not ready to leave. Now my time is ruined because
Mm-hmm.
of this. And it's just
Yeah.
like,
And this might, to some women's, this might come off as like a pick me take, but I don't care. A bitch been picked already, so I don't care. I also feel like the double standard of how men can't be vocal about a woman's appearance, but women can. I just think it's so tired. Like, women love to get on the internet or even like shows like Pop the Balloon. A woman could get on there and be like, yeah, I don't like light skinned men. I don't do light skin, or oh, you're short, blah, blah. But if a man gets up there and says, I prefer dark skinned women or I prefer light skinned women, like aesthetically, what I look at, you're just not my type. I like a woman that's a little bit thicker. You too slim for me. Why is that offensive? You just got up here and said you're not going to date no short kings. That's physical appearance, whether he could control it or not. Some women can't control their body weight. If you petite, it's damn near impossible half the time for you to get thick. It's very hard. So if a man's not attracted to a petite body, how is that different from you as a woman not being attracted to or refusing to even date a man that's under 6 foot, or I don't do light skins, or I don't do, there's plenty of things that we as women say we don't do.
yeah, because it's
I just think it's unfair.
it is. It is. It's definitely one of those things that's extremely unfair. Like plenty of people have been in a situation, even where it's like you meet, like somebody tries to do a two-man. Like it's like, oh, they brought their friend. And then you look at their friend like, I know he didn't bring this ugly ass nigga over here. And now I gotta pretend to like him. It's like girls do it, guys do it, and it's
Yeah.
just like, oh, I want to talk to this person, his friend, so you can sit here and talk to his friend
Hmm.
because I really want to go over here and do this. You entertain him so I could get my shit off. And it's like most people, the friend that they brought is their ugly friend. Like
There's
how
nothing
many
worse than doing
times
your
have
friend a favor,
yes,
and
it's
the
like
favor is you're just repulsed. Like
you just gotta sit there
this
and chat
nigga.
it up and pretend to be nice. And I'm like,
Hmm.
yo, can you hurry up? Could you get what you need so I can get away from him?
Like,
Because this is not going nowhere. And
mhm.
women will literally look men in the face and be like, no, you're ugly, you're short, you're this, you're that. And it's like, well, like you could never do that as a man. And it's just like, but why not? In certain instances, I feel like yes, certain things you'll never be able to get rid of a lot of the double standards in life, but sometimes you really gotta just like put people in their place. Like you could say whatever you want out your mouth, and you could get disrespectful, but for me now it's turning into World War III. It's like, oh, he hates women. He just no, I don't like you.
Think about like even in our adolescent years, men will literally lay down with
With anything.
Pearl from SpongeBob. Like, you know, that's not your type. You know, you don't even like her, but because she's right here and in your face, you don't give a damn. So I don't know. I don't know. But
We've
yeah,
seen that literally up close and personal all too well.
yeah.
And it's just like, oh, okay. I
It
wouldn't
was
peg you.
literally something to do.
It's literally it's just a warm body. It just be like, ooh. But the double standards exist and certain things like this one, I wish would just go away. If you critiquing, you got to be able to be critiqued. And then, but if you can't handle it, then don't do that. Like, watch the things that you say to people. Why you
Yeah.
can turn somebody down, and I don't have to give like a laundry list of things. And sometimes it's just like if somebody turns you down, don't ask why. Because the second you ask why, you open that door up to whatever is on the other side. And you might be curled up in a fetal position after you hear what's on the other side. So can we just eliminate that? Like, let's just take no as no and keep it moving. Like things like pop the balloon are a little bit different because it's like it is all based off of first impression. So
Hmm.
you gotta kind of say, and even you could tell to some people like they be trying to find the nice words or not
Yeah.
wanting to say
Yeah.
anything. They're just like, oh, no particular reason. I just had to pick someone. Like, no, there was a
Hmm.
reason, but maybe I don't want to hurt your feelings. And
Hmm.
especially, I'm doing this with six other people standing next to you. Like, I don't want to say, I'm not attracted to you,
Hmm.
or I don't like your teeth. Like,
Hmm.
you got gingivitis. Like,
Hmm.
whatever it is, like, I don't want to like say it out loud because I don't want to hurt your feelings.
Hmm.
And you
And I
have
don't want to
some
come off as a
people,
mean girl. So it's like, I'm just
yeah,
going to say, oh, like whatever. But
yeah, so it's just like people try to be nice, but it's also in that platform, it's also a show. So the
hmm.
entertainment factor does kind of matter. So you're gonna have
Hmm.
people, or you're gonna have like Arlette the host, kind of be like, well,
Sometimes she
what
be
did
dragging it.
she do? She kind of be like, well, what was it? Like, cause she's trying to get something because everybody can't say
Hmm.
the same thing.
Well, what about it? I feel like, girl, shut
What
the
about what about him? And this and that, and it's just like, girl, I'm
Now I really
trying to
gotta
be
say.
nice. I'm trying to be nice. And you trying to make me be messy, and I don't want to have to do that. I'm sorry. It just like it is what it is. So like in those situations, it's a little bit different because it's entertainment at the same thing. But in the real world, sometimes just saying no and accepting the no is enough. Don't open yourself up for more shit to come behind it. Don't do it. Never works out well for anyone. Well, I swear, like, even though, like, I swear that we don't discuss topics beforehand. Like, I write the topics down, Sierra comes up with her questions, and 99% of the time, they align every time. Like, I don't know what kind of, like, telekinetic we be having going on, but
The stars.
it's like
Hunter and Claire.
eye to eye all the time.
Mhm.
So, in this whole topic of like, kind of like looks and things like that, I know you saw the original video of Sherry Shepherd on her show talking about Meg Thee Stallion. And then she doubled down on it on her Breakfast Club interview
Mhm.
promoting for Straw, which she doubled down on it because Lauren LaRosa brought it up and was just like, about her comments about Meg. And she just continued to double down on how Meg is basically not a good role model because of the things that she wears and how young girls are looking up to her. And it's just like, outside of that situation, I hate the fact that women in general are always held to this crazy standard that they have to set an example for everybody. And also, like women who are not mothers have to operate with a maternal mind. Like, oh, I have to be an example for these young girls. I have to be an example for other people's daughters. When I don't have no kids.
Not
What
one.
JT said, I don't have kids. I live a totally different lifestyle.
Hmm.
I'm a grown, like, why do grown women have to tailor themselves for people that are younger than them? Like, I'm not your mama.
Yeah, no.
It's not my job to set an example for you. It's really not. And especially like as like people in entertainment, there's not a single thing that Megan Thee Stallion has ever done that is for a child.
No.
Even when we went to her concert, like the amount of like young girls who were there, even though their moms brought them, I'm just like, not a single lyric that she has is for children. It's not for an impressionable young teenage girl. It's not for them. This is for grown women. And I just don't understand why certain people get more flack than others, because we have seen some people wear some crazy stuff. Not even just crazy stuff, like revealing things. We've seen Rihanna wear revealing things, and it's just like it's not. Rihanna got banned from Instagram for having her titties on Instagram.
Hmm.
Like she was running amok, but nobody would ever be like, she's a bad example for young women.
Well, no, they did. They did do that. But when she came back at them like, I'm not your kid's role model, I don't give a F, then it's like, okay, well, what are you going to say?
And I just feel like, but I feel like certain people, it's like it gets more praise and then other people constantly get condemned.
Who do you feel like gets praised for it?
Rihanna definitely gets praised for it. Like when she wore that whole, like, it was a sequin, but the, you know which one, the purple one with the headband, like she had no clothes on underneath, but it was a fashion event. And that's one of her top looks. Nobody was getting out there saying like, oh, she should have put nipple covers on. She should have did this. It was just like, you can clearly see her nipples through her outfit. You can clearly see it on camera. The photos are there, and it's just like it's praised. It's like, oh, she's a fashion icon, she's a legend, she's all of these things. But if somebody else put on the exact same outfit that I think people deem less respectable,
Now,
it becomes an issue. And it's just
two
like,
things.
how do we differentiate who's respectable and who's not?
I feel like two things. Rihanna, she's known as Bad Girl Riri. So anything she does is going to be like, oh my gosh, she's just so blah, 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 because she doesn't give a fuck, right? But also, I think when it comes to outfits and what you're wearing, body type matters to people. Me, a see through dress is a see through dress. But if Megan Thee Stallion put on that same dress that Rihanna had on, it wouldn't have been received the same because of her body type. Rihanna, yeah, she don't got all the she do now, but back in that time, Rihanna wasn't boom boom bam bam. She was very model esque body, so it doesn't look risque. It looks high fashion because of her body type. Meg the Stallion is a stallion, so that's why. It's just based off the body type, how people review you, and then yes, respectability comes into it later because of course Meg the Stallion, the whole from WAP gone down, that's all people think she talks about, pussy rap, even though that's not true at all. So I really think it has more to do with the body type and the overall messaging. So I don't agree with it, but I think that's why people view it that way.
Yeah, I just feel like it's not fair. And then even just outside of celebrity, it's not anybody else's job to raise your kids. It's really not. I just be like, I don't understand. It's your job to parent, and as much as possible try to filter out things that are not for children.
Mm-hmm. No,
It's
I
it, it's
agree.
just not. So sometimes it's like, why would we be taking the onus off the parents? I would never be like, oh, Megan, I want you to put on clothes, or somebody else, I want you to put on clothes because kids are watching you. That's not their job. Now, I can see we're in a family friendly environment and you came here with a see
Yeah,
through shirt on. That's a little bit different because you know that this environment, children are going to be there.
like this is not the Kids' Choice Awards.
Yes, like like this is an adult event. I am an adult. Even if I had kids, why?
Sierra wears, I mean, she gets a little bit of slack, but also I feel like because of her body type, that more slender model esque body type, she doesn't get as much slack, because at first she wore one outfit recently and it was like very see-through, whatever. No, she's a married mother. She's a married woman and a mother wearing that. But then people are like, yeah, she's a married woman and a mother, and look at her body. She looks good and blah, 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 blah. It's body type and how you present, unfortunately. But the idea of having celebrities as role models has always been annoying to me. Um, because why? Like,
And also, like, you don't know them. You don't
literally,
know them. You know
literally,
what they present to you. Like, every celebrity, even people who, like, are in media, they may not be, like, in entertainment per se. Like, they're not a rapper, they're not a singer, they're, whatever. Even you could take people like Oprah. Like, how are you making Oprah your role model when you don't know anything really about her? You know what she allows you to know. So you can't really say that, oh, I'm following in this person's footsteps. This is a person that I look up to. You can be inspired by their career and the things that they've achieved and want those things for yourself, but you don't really know the boots on the ground like journey that she had to take to get there. So how can you model your behavior after someone that you do not know? I think that the realm of celebrity is just like, I really be feeling like they have way too much on their plate. And I don't think that any of them sign up. People are like, oh, you're a celebrity. You kind of signed up for this. No, I didn't sign up to be your kid's role model. I'm not going to these after school programs talking to them. That's not my job. I'm not here to do those things. I am an adult in my own space doing what I want to do. I just hate that women in general, it's just like we always have to operate with like a maternal mindset, even when we don't have children. Wow, I'm not nobody's mama. I don't, even the women who don't want to be. You ain't looking at no man to be like, oh, you should operate as if you're somebody's parent. You should be setting an example for young men. Y'all should be doing this, that, and the third. Why?
literally,
Like that's not your job. It's like,
it's just another one of those double standards that truly make no sense, but we're never going to be able to get rid of. And I feel like at this age in my life, I've come to acceptance that there are just certain things that women could do that men can't do, and men could do that women can't do. Because even going into it, like I think I told you the other week, like, damn, I thought I was a lot more like liberal than I may actually be. Because there are certain things that, like, when I'm scrolling on the internet and I'm seeing men behave a certain way, I definitely be feeling like he is given very female, is given very sassy. And it's like, okay, wait, am I being toxic? Is this a learned behavior? But it's just one of those things. So it's like, I do agree with what you're saying as far as the role model thing, because men definitely don't have that pressure. Michael Jordan was one of the nastiest men, like just
a
rude.
gambling addict.
Just rude. Just nasty.
Just
A
so
gambler.
nasty,
So
so
nasty.
rude.
Okay. And literally every little black boy, I want to be like Mike. The fuck? Why?
He's a horrible human being.
And I think the verbiage, it's like, I wouldn't say I want to be like somebody. I can acknowledge, like, for example, for the longest time, I used to tell you, I'm not a part of the beehive, because I hate stan culture. I hate when these celebrities have these fans that are so physicotic that it takes over their whole mental capacity. Like, they can't function without just living and breathing this celebrity. It's the weirdest thing. So that's why I was so like, I'm not in a beehive. I'm not a barb. I'm not this. I'm not that. Yes, I'm a fan of these people, and that, like, I appreciate their careers and I get inspired by it, but I don't want to claim being a part of their fan group, because it's like they're so psychotic that, like, it's truly disturbing and it's scary. Like, I don't know.
No, I'd be like, yo, where are we living in like a different kind of reality? Because I just don't be understanding. And it's like, I understand that like a lot of this shit is just rooted in misogyny. Most things when it comes to how women present themselves, how women articulate themselves, how we act, it's all rooted in misogyny. It's just like, oh, if you don't act this way, then you're not worthy of these things. And it's just like, but for what? Why? Pussy popping never stopped nobody from getting anything. Like, I'm just not of that belief. Like, but it doesn't mean that if these are the kind of things that you talk about, these are the kind of things that your into whatever, that you're less deserving of other things, or that you're less than other women. Because I feel like a lot of people who project this, like, oh, I'm the perfect woman, or just even the perfect person in general, it be fake. It be a fucking facade. Those be the people that wish that they could. I wish I could dress like that. I wish I could say those things, but I'm not going to, because I don't want to lose the veil of respectability. And it's just like, girl, you're a grown ass woman living your life in the dark, in the shadows, for other people. Like, what do you really, really, really gain from that, other than not really knowing who you are? And that's what I think a lot of it kind of boils down to. It's like, you don't really know who you are, so you're willing to make yourself fit in other people's boxes just to make them happy. It's like, people say I should act this way, so I'm going to act this way because I feel like this will appease other people and make them happy. When really, deep down, that's not who you are. And I feel like a lot of people spend a lot of time doing that, and then they waste their best years. Now you don't figure that shit out, when it's like, girl, that ship has sailed. It's gone. That ship has sailed. There's nothing that you can do about it. You cannot get that time back. You just lived your life for somebody else, and now you middle age, or you in your 30s, your late 30s, trying to figure out who you are. And now you just wow.
But I also think that like a lot of women who are taught to be male centered struggle with that. Like the women that are taught like to find a husband and have him protect and provide and blah 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 blah. Like there's a difference between, like, for example, like us. We were taught that like, okay, if you're gonna be married and if you're gonna build with somebody, have them be at the same level or above you, not, that sort of thing, or come up with somebody and grow together, or whatever the case may be. A lot of girls are not taught that. They are taught to find someone to take care of you. The whole aspect of the Prince Charming coming to save me. Ain't nobody ever taught me that a man was gonna come save me. Like, you and I did not grow up like that, but a lot of girls did. So I feel like because men have placed it in a way of like, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Like, so I want my woman to present this sort of way. I'm still mess around with the girls that's like this, but to present and put them on a pedestal and have them be a trophy wife and take care of and have them being deserving of that sort of love, they have to present this way. So a lot of women do want to present like the fun girl, but like you said, they're afraid to present like the fun girl. So now they're stuck in this box being cookie cutter Betty Crocker, and that's not who you are. So I think a lot of it comes from wanting to be chose by the men's. And I do think that certain women that present a certain way, it is harder for you to settle down, right? But there has to be a balance. It can't just be one way or the other. And I also think that like in other cultures, let me not say other cultures, well, other races, right? You are taught that in your in your teens, in your early 20s, to be a fun girl. White girls, it is acceptable for them to go to the bars, kiss whatever person they see, and not give a damn. Have fun, do this, do that. Why? I'm in my early 20s. But by the time you get 26, it's like, okay, let me go find my man and settle down and blah, 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 or whatever the case may be. As a Black woman, you cannot operate like that in your teens or even early 20s.
No, you
One little
cannot do
slip
that.
up of somebody perceiving you as a whore is the stain of a lifetime. Like, you twerk at a party and it's on video, and it's like, oh, see, look, look, look. Like, we don't get that same grace. But other races are taught in your youthful years, and nothing matters. Have fun, live your college best life. These are the best times of your life. That's what they tell you. We cannot do that. And it's all, I feel like, about being male centered and being able to later on be a respectable woman. For me, there has to be balance. I'm going to wear what I want. Now, I'm not going to walk around in the little poster girl dresses. I'm not going to do that. But if I feel like I want to look sexy or look this or look that, I'm going to do that. Like,
Yeah, I think like when it comes to dressing and just style, I always just feel like I wear what's comfortable. Like, or not comfortable, but I wear what I feel comfortable and confident in. Like, I'm never going to wear something, even if it's revealing. If I don't personally, when I put it on, if I look at myself like, oh, that's too much, I'm gonna take it off because it doesn't make me feel comfortable. It doesn't match I want to give off, per se. So I'm not gonna wear that. But I could go in my closet. I got about like 6 mesh shirts, completely mesh. I am a mesh shirt baddie. I will wear me a mesh shirt. I don't care. I feel comfortable in it. But sometimes I'll see shit like even like jeans. You know, like the jeans that has like the slit like right under the butt. Like some people, it looks so cute on them, and I just like, baby, I could not wear that because in my mind, I'm like, my ass cheek is out. But knowing I have short shorts, I don't know what it is. It's just like I can't do that because it doesn't make me feel comfortable. Like when people go outside in basically lingerie, I couldn't do that because I wouldn't feel comfortable. Now I'll go somewhere and wear a bathing suit, but it's just like, yeah, essentially I kind of have on the same thing, but a bathing suit and lingerie mentally are two different things to me. They're clothing wise, revealing wise, they are the same. But I just be like, I wouldn't run outside in just my bra and underwear. But a bathing suit, I'm gonna go lay out with a bikini on, and preferably I like a smaller one so that way I can get more tan than tan line. Yeah, it is
So
time and place, but it's also just like it's just comfortable. Like some people will wear like bralettes out as just the top and that's it. I feel like I would be outside with just my bra on. So I couldn't do that. Like I'm like, oh, I need something over top of it just so I feel a little bit more comfortable, not necessarily respectable for everyone else. It's just like this is just makes me feel comfortable. So sometimes when it's that conversation of like respectability or the control that black women have like over them, it's like I wouldn't do that in the first fucking place. So I don't need all of the rhetoric behind it. Like if I didn't feel comfortable in it, I wouldn't wear it. If I felt like it was an issue with it, I wouldn't wear it. It's just be like so much that we literally can't do without all of the unnecessary shit, all of the stigma behind it. And it's just like, oh God, I feel like even in the black community, like body count I feel like that shit only matters to black people. It really does. It only matters to black people. Because like you said, and I went to a PWI, the whites will kiss anybody. They will be in
everybody.
full-blown relationships in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And then when that 2-week relationship is over, they done found another one in 2 fucking weeks. The concept of Love Island, it definitely makes sense. Like when they started having more black people, I'm like, now we don't do this. We don't. But like when you see white people doing that, it's like, oh, that's what they do. It doesn't even register as like something wrong. But I don't know what it's like. But when a black girl do it, she's a hoe. Nobody could be with her. And it's just like,
But even with that, I feel like this is even kind of going a little bit further because I feel like black women have just been over sexualized from youth just because our bodies develop a certain way, like whether we try to or not, like that's just what it is. We're going to be over sexualized. Unfortunately, you see what's going on with Culture. Cardi B's daughter, she was in a one-piece bathing suit and they talking about I could see between her legs, this and the third. She has a one-piece bathing suit on and she's taking pictures.
she's a child. It's like,
But because she's a child of color, there's something, she's posing too grown. Bye. But I feel like okay, let me not just say white because Hispanic women do it too. They are taught to be sensual, seductive, male centered. So the white girls, when they come there, like, yeah, like they could be having a normal conversation and it sounds like they flirting with you. They do it to women, they do it to men. They just, how they talk and how they present is a very like sexual, flirty manner. It happens on Love Island. When a lot of the white girls come in, they could be the most basic white girls, but because they already give off that sexual fun girl energy, it's just like, oh yeah, like I know she da 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 da. Black women from childhood were taught to kind of like not do too much. We already look a
be
certain
very
way.
conservative. It's like you
Exactly.
can't have hips and ass and breasts at 14 and then get out there and act like that. It's like, nope, you can't do
Exactly.
that. You was like, if you got body, you gotta you better have your chastity belt on as soon as you leave the house. Like,
Don't
lock it
even
up.
look at a man.
Don't
Don't
do
don't
it.
don't even make eye contact with nobody. Look down.
Literally.
Because if you look at him, then that's inviting him.
Yep. And then they're like, she wanted it. And it's like, but no. And to your point, like I saw the same thing like when we were in Chicago. It don't matter what it is. Like, and non-black women, they do it to everybody. Like they will come up and put their hand on you. They will rub your shoulder. And it's like, what the hell? Why do y'all just be so comfortable touching people? And they like it. I don't even think it even registers in their mind that, oh, everybody don't do this. It just be like you kind of making me feel uncomfortable because what the hell? But it's more of like, and I hate to say this because I don't be caping for the, but sometimes it's just like life could be so free. Life could be so free. Like, do not get this twisted on the internet. I never wake up any day and want to be anything other than black. As much shit as we gotta go through, I've never woken up a day in my life and be like, damn, I don't want to be a black woman. I want to be something else. Like, I love being black, 10 toes down. But in the same token, when you see, it's just like when you see and live and experience the more, I guess, controlled way that black people have to live, specifically how black women have to live, it's so suffocating. It's just like, can we ever just have a fucking break? Can we just live? Like everybody else is allowed to just live. Why can't we just do the same fucking thing? It's like we have to be the cream of the crop, the purest of the pure, in order to be as deserving as other people. And it's like, for fucking what? It's sometimes it is very exhausting to have to even train your brain to think a certain way.
Well, okay.
And it's just exhausting.
It is. But let me play devil's advocate and pick your brain a little bit. So where I do agree with what we're saying and what you're saying, because it is exhausting to have to always present, right? But because the image of black women in America, black Americans, is those of a sexy red and a Sukiana, whereas if that's who you are, that's who you are. I don't care. But there are more black women that are like us than are like them. But because that is always the image that everybody has of a black woman, I feel like that's why we internalize that and feel like we have responsibility to be adhering to the respectability politics. You understand what I'm saying? It's unfair. Do you really feel like, again, I'm not judging, but do you really feel like those of a sexy red or a Sukiana or, the girls that's like that, do you feel like that's a good representation of black women? They're free. They get to.
But I feel like saying that one type of woman is the overall representation is kind of just like it furthers the narrative of keeping us in a box. It's like we are the only group of people that in some way have to be a monolith. It's like, oh, if one of y'all acts like this, everybody acts like this. And it's just like,
but
that's not true, and that's not the
but that's not
reality.
true. That's not true or reality for any group. But when you see a middle-aged white woman, what you think, Karen? Even if she's not acting like a Karen, at any moment, I feel like the bitch won't start acting like a Karen. If I cut in front of you at Wegmans, and if you don't look like a friendly white lady, I'm just going to think you a Karen. It's human nature. It's unfortunate, but I feel like that's why a lot of black women like you and I are, we get a little ratchet with our friends, do our little 1-2, but we only going to take it but so far. You know what I'm saying? So
I think even in that instance, it's more so of, like I said, it's more so of comfortability for me. I think at this point in life, I'm definitely in a space where it's just like, I truly don't give a fuck. Like, if I feel confident, if I feel free, if I feel comfortable, then I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. Like, I just feel like I've been one of those people to conform so much and try to not necessarily fit in the respectability box. Well, yeah, fit in the respectability box and kind of make sure that I'm over processing and overthinking every single thought I have, every single outfit I wear, every single place that I go. Like I said, it's exhausting. So even though I might not act like Sexy Red or I might not act like Suki, sometimes just like, yeah, be yourself. Be free. If that's how you personally want to represent yourself, then do that. Sometimes it's just like the overall whole thing is like we have to be a collective all of the time. That we're all individual people. We all have different life experiences, everything. I can never expect for Suki to act the way that I do. We have different life experiences. I can't expect Sexy Red to act the way I do. We have different life experiences. But I think it is something that's positive about just people being able to comfortably within themselves live their fucking life. Like, regardless of anything, like sexy red music could really just not be for me. And that's fine. But there's somebody that resonates with that. There's somebody that lives the same lifestyle. Like there are so many subsects of Black people that I'm just over everybody having to try to be the same. It's just like,
Yeah.
fuck
And
what these people think.
I think
Honestly, fuck
we
what
can
they think.
enjoy it all. Like me
Yeah.
personally, I listen to a Sexy Red and a Sukihana. I love Sukihana bad. Like that's my girl. I'm not gonna listen to Rhapsody. Even though people might think I should relate to Rhapsody, I don't relate to that. I relate to Sukihana. There's something about her that I'll be like, yeah, that little baby bot, that girl T, I love her. Like, you know what I mean? So I definitely understand. I'm just playing devil's advocate a little bit,
Yeah.
but
No, I
what,
get it. But it's just kind of like, can we
but for
live?
But for
God
you,
damn.
for you specifically, where do you feel like that feeling of like suffocation, like you can't present as yourself? Like, where do you feel like that comes from? For me, I feel like even from childhood, because I was raised by teenage parents and people in our family always judge like what they allowed me to do as a young girl. Like, why are you letting her wear that? Why she got a cell phone? You let her go to a party? I feel like because of how people chose to judge my parents, my mom specifically, her parenting of me, is why I always felt like I have to like, present a certain way because they already think that I'm going to be 16 and pregnant and doing this and doing that. For me, that's where I know it comes from. It wasn't until I went to college that I kind of didn't care about like what people, specifically family members, thought about me and how they viewed me. Because it's like, y'all don't really know me.
I think for me, it's like I'm naturally a people pleaser. So that's one thing. I've always been this way as a kid. If people like make commentary or about the things that I do and I perceive that, oh, this is something that's wrong, then I spent so much time trying to conform. And I feel like I stifled my own growth because I couldn't break out of that cycle of being a people pleaser. Like I wanted everybody to be happy. I had such high standards for myself. And some of them, I would say some of those things came from my parents because, like you said, and we've discussed this before, we are the product of teenage parents. And there's nothing wrong with that because our parents have done amazing jobs of raising their kids. And we definitely turned out differently. Like we didn't have kids, we went to college, we got married first, and we did a whole bunch of other things that our parents were not able to do. But I feel like they're also product of their circumstances. So when you've lived your life a certain way, and my mom is a very free person, like she don't have no filter, it don't exist.
And you know what's so crazy? I love that about your mom because like and her ADHD is so great for me because I'm like somebody who likes to talk about a bunch of random stuff. So one conversation with her will start here and then she'll be talking about something else and I'm like, "You're interested in that? Like, what you think about that?" Like
Yes,
it could be anything.
if
It's
you
just so
talk to my
funny.
mom, she has lived 1,000 lives. Like the things that you would think that this lady does not know anything about, that she knows about it. She could tell you about it in detail. She could tell you about what happened in 1989 and what was going on and what the people was wearing. She know everything about a bunch of shit. So it's just like I think as an adult, because I spent a lot of time like kind of being very conflicted about that. Like you lived your life this way, you had all of these different things, but then I really had to be adult about it. Like we lived two completely different lifestyles. The lifestyle that my parents provided me is not what they had. So it's just like the things that you might have been exposed to, it's going to be completely different. It is. And I don't think that anybody experiences something like, even if it's being a teenage parent, you know the hardship that comes with that. Yes, your kids can turn out great and you can love your children, but it's also like, okay, I know that these kinds of things can lead to this. So you naturally, as a parent, try to make sure your kids don't go down that path or give them another option. And maybe an option that you wish that you had. If somebody had just said, actually, if you go to the right, you can avoid all of this shit on the left. And you want to provide those things for your children. But at a certain point, and what I had to learn is all the lessons that were being taught, yeah, it's like they registered in my mind, but I didn't have the opportunity to apply them because I was so stuck on trying to please everyone that I struggled for a long time that I didn't know who I was. So I fell into those same traps. Not to say that my parents like placed that on me, because my mom has always been like, she asked me the same question all the time throughout, like especially like teenagers, like, who are you? who are you? And every time that she would ask me, I never had a clear answer. Who I was whoever I felt like other people wanted me to be. It's like, oh, you're saying that I should do X, Y, and Z. So this is how I'm receiving what you're saying. And I'm now, rather than confirming that what I feel like I'm hearing is what you're actually trying to say, I've now created a whole different version of myself to fit what I think it is that you're telling me to do. And it's one of those things that is exhausting to try to do that, to naturally want to do one thing, but it's like I'm forcefully making myself do and be something else. And it's just like, for fucking what? And as I reflect on a lot of my previous 32 years, I was just like, wow, I spent a whole lot of time holding myself back because I cared what other people fucking thought. Other people that, guess what, I don't speak to those people anymore. Even if like I didn't, even if I still like follow them, you look at what other people be doing, you be like, now wait a goddamn minute. I was trying to run around and make myself fit your image, and this the bullshit you doing? Wow, I wasted so much of my fucking time off of perception. And it's just like, for fucking what? And that's more so why I'm just like, just be who the fuck you gonna be. Just do it, because it's a place that is so exhausting. And I feel like even in the years that I struggled a lot with depression, it was a lot. And I feel like I was very depressed because I was fighting so hard to not be naturally who I was and to be somebody else. And it was just like, I cannot do that shit. No fucking more. So it's like, everybody could have their fucking opinions. And when I say I truly do not give a fuck, maybe I might not give a fuck too much. Cause I'm like, I don't have time for this bullshit. Clipped, gotta go. Bye. I'm just not doing it.
For me, I've talked to you about this ad nauseum. Okay, like I used to be so I don't give a fuck, I don't care, rebellious is what they used to call it. I want to do what I want to do, and this is what I'm interested in, so I'm gonna go for it. It wasn't until like I got into like my teens, like later in my like probably like mid-20s, to where I like started clenching up. Like even when it comes down to my content, like when I first started doing content, when I first had like my blog, and then I did YouTube, and I was doing this and that, I didn't care about who saw it. I didn't care about who judged me because of the type of content I was doing. I didn't care about who didn't understand. It made me happy, so I did it. But then like I think once I started to like maybe be more conscious, I guess, through getting married and having a child, it like made me not want to do stuff anymore. Like I want to do content, but I don't know what type of content that I want to do, because is that too childish? Like, should I not be doing that because now I'm an adult and I'm a mom? Like, should I not, like I always think like, oh my God, like I used to do content every day and put this out and put that out. Now, granted, I had a lot more time back then, but I still have time to do the type of content that I was doing. But I think that sometimes, not even I know that sometimes I don't do it because I feel like, oh my God, they're like, oh, you're a mom. Nobody's going to be interested in this. Like nobody cares about what makeup you're doing and what outfits you're wearing and whatever. I don't know. Like it's just a weird thing. And it's like I want to get back to a point where I'm doing the things that I love on the internet, but I've just developed this like weird relationship with the internet where like I'm afraid. The podcast is like a safe space because it's a podcast. It's like I could do what I want. Like, I could say what I want, whatever. It's a podcast. But like me by myself, like putting out content like how I used to, I just feel so like afraid. And I'm trying to figure that out. Maybe I got to sit on that lady couch and figure it out, because it definitely, that idea of you saying like you feel suffocated, that's literally how I feel creatively. Like I feel like I'm not doing the things that I want to do, and I can't figure out like, why are you not doing it? You know what I mean? Like it's just a weird thing.
I think a lot of things kind of over time become learned behavior. And it's frustrating because we've gotten to a space where everything is so curated that everything seems like, okay, if it's not 100% perfect, I can't put it out. If, it's just like people are spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on camera equipment. It's just like, if it's not 4K quality, if it's not, no errors, no issues, then I can't put it out because this is what the internet has turned into. I think that we're part of really the major boom of the internet when nobody gave a fuck. Like when Instagram came out, people was literally just posting bowls of cereal to their feed. Everything. You went to a restaurant, picture, That's where the plate eats first came from. It came from us. And
But
somehow I feel like we've kind of lost that. One, stories killed it. Stories killed Instagram. Stories killed Instagram.
killed
It
it.
just killed it.
Because Snapchat, I
We
told
didn't
you,
give a fuck
I
on Snapchat.
revisited my Snapchat and I'm like, Snapchat has the best camera. Oh my God. Like,
Yes,
just
like
make me look so cute, filter free, whatever. It doesn't matter. And why the fuck my whole face changing? My lips is looking on, like, it's just, I can't do it.
yeah, so it's just like so many things have become, and everything has become an aesthetic, and it's like if it's not this, one, the algorithm is not going to push those things out. There's too much AI. Honestly, there's too much AI that everything is, if it doesn't meet these parameters, then we're not even going to bother doing it. And for content creators, it is, I can see it getting like discouraging in some areas. It's just like, why?
Okay.
It's like I can see
I'm
it
gonna be
getting
honest.
exhausting and not just wanting to do it.
I'm gonna be honest because this is a podcast where we're supposed to be honest, and I feel like for me, what you're saying that is true, but that's not true for me. The tech, the cameras, you name it, I got it. Okay, the aesthetics, I am Miss Aesthetics, right? Like I am aesthetica girl. Everybody knows that. However, I feel like for me, the type of content and stuff that I want to do, it's like nobody's going to be interested in me doing this. People want to see my life as a wife and a mom, and that's not the type of content that I want to do. Like,
Yeah.
that's what people are interested in. Like, they want to know, like, oh, what is your marriage like? Like, how is Celine? Like, how are you as a mom? This, that, and the third. And it's like, I don't really want to do content, like family content. Like, I don't, like, I love my family, but that doesn't make me feel creative because most of the time I record them and it's just like, this is just what we do. There's nothing really interesting about that to me. I want to do more like the stuff that I'm interested in, fashion, beauty, lifestyle stuff, blah, blah, blah. But I've noticed that people don't really, ever since I got married and had a child, they don't care about me posting that. All they want to see is my husband and my kid. And I'm like, well, what about me? Y'all don't want to see me no more? Like,
yeah, it kind of still all boils down to the overall topic. Everything rolls into respectability. It's like once you become a wife, a mother, the person that you were before is like, oh no, it's done. You only have these two roles in life. And it's just like, actually, I was a person before them. I had a life before them, and I still want to be able to express and continue that life. Like you and Matt been together for what, 12 years? It's like
he been there. Ain't nothing
he
new
was
with
still
him.
always here. Y'all didn't give a fuck about what that man was doing all of this time. You didn't care. So why the last 4 years is it just like, oh, well, what are they doing? And what is this? And it's just like, no, if I don't want to make everything that we do as a family, our regular routine, a spectacle, I don't have to. Like, because then it becomes like very forced. And then if you end up being those like family channels that is just like, ugh, really? Like, what do you do on a regular day? What do you do? And I think it seems like it's just like fighting one of those things like, no, I'm me. And they're like, no, you're a mom. And it's like, no, I'm me. And it's like, but you're a mom. And it's like, you realize I can be all things. I can do fashion content, hair content. I can do all of these things and never show you my child ever. Like, and it doesn't mean that it makes me less of a mother. She's right there. She literally is doing her hair right next to me.
I'm doing my makeup, and she's doing her makeup too. Like literally
it's like,
under
but
the
I don't
tent.
have
Okay.
to show you that. And I feel like sometimes as wives and mothers, it's like if people feel like they don't see it, then it's not happening. And it's just like, honestly, I show you what I want to show you. Harper be doing all kinds of shit all of the time. And it don't be on camera. I don't even think, oh, let me pull my camera. I don't be worried about what she be doing. She's a child. This is our regular everyday life. You hear, like, I'm the one selling the records. They can't see me, Otis. Like, this is my page. This is As Told by Ray. This is not As Told by Ray and Colin and Harper. No, it's just me. I don't have to ever put them on my feed, and it doesn't make me less of a wife. It doesn't make me less of a mother. And I don't know, I'm just one of those people. I don't care if you have children and you never post your children. That is your prerogative. If you have a husband and y'all never post each other, that is also y'all prerogative. I don't get caught up into those things that you love somebody less or there's a marital issue if we can't see what's going on. It's none of your fucking business what we have going on behind our closed doors. It's not any of your business. This is social media. Social media is curated. Even if you are a yapper on TikTok, I don't only have to yap about one thing. I'm interested in so many other things. I can just talk about this. There's so many people that we follow on TikTok that I didn't even know that they were parents. And then it's like you randomly see them or you randomly hear their kid in the background one day, you're like, oh shit, they got kids. But I never felt any different way about them. Like, I still like your content. Okay, cool. That's not what you want to show. It's not about them. And it's just like, I hate when people try to force us into these boxes. And it's like, if y'all don't get the fuck on, because y'all not about to, you're not going to bully me into giving you what you want. You want to take what I give you. So either double tap it or keep fucking moving.
Yeah. And it's like, I do enjoy making content like family stuff. That's why we have a whole separate page for that. Like, that started back when we were getting married. That was originally like our wedding page. But then, of course, over time, like, okay, now Celine's here. It's like, she does a lot of cool, cute, funny stuff. And I'll post it on there. I don't want that on my page. Like,
yes. And it's like, it's nothing wrong with that. Like, you want to follow, you want to see what she's doing? Go up over there.
Yeah.
But if you're on Pieces of Sea,
Yeah.
this is what you're going to see. You're not going to get anything else. If they make an appearance, congratulations. You are one of my elite employees now. You made it.
Literally.
But I don't have to put you there. This is my safe space. This is my outlet. And sometimes everybody just has to have their own outlet without having to cross wires. Sometimes, like, this is just for me. Everything else you share and do everything else in reality and sometimes online. But this space here is just for me and nobody else. And I'm not going to feel guilty about it. And nobody's going to bully me into making me feel guilty about it. If you don't like it, then get the fuck on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really just it. Like, I don't know. I just can't.
It just be too much.
I was spending way too much time in a box and I'm not going back in. At this point, it's going to be like trying to put a square peg in a round hole. It's never going to go. I'm not doing it. So if anybody, people could take it whatever kind of way. You could make up whatever kind of shit you want to make up. I don't give a fuck, because what I do know is you damn sure ain't never going to say it to my face. So, and if you dare, I got something for that ass. Do you really want to test that? No. So I'm going to live my damn life. Like, see you later, losers. Like, I gotta go.
And there you have it. Yeah, you was right. Dang, my ice done turned into ice water. I gotta put it back in the freezer.
Listen, the ice, like, some places have elite ice. Some places do have elite ice. You know, I know everybody likes Chick-fil-A ice, the little nuggets, but I like the flat pieces of ice. You know, sometimes you can get the real chunky cubed ice. I don't like that. It's too much. Mm-hmm. I like the flat pieces of the, like, square one that has the little hump over the top. I like that ice.
Yeah, that's low-key what this is.
Yes, I like this ice. I don't really like the cubed ice.
Mm-hmm. And I don't want to. Yeah, like, I like to let it dissolve a little bit. I was about to say I like to suck on it, but I'm like,
I was about to, and I was like, no.
I like to let it dissolve a little bit and then crunch a little bit after it's, like, already done. But the Chick-fil-A ice where you're like I feel like I'm, you know, them people that eat cornstarch. I thought about trying it. I did not. Pregnancy issues.
And we're done here. Cause what?
I bought cornstarch for something else, but then I was like, people really be eating this. Maybe I should try it.
No,
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Ill. They are mentally ill.
My iron is low and I'm anemic.
Because you're eating ice.
Well, no, my iron was low before that. You see, I take the iron pills, okay? But ever since his pregnancy, I've been, like, so obsessed with ice. Like, I literally cannot drink water if it is not, like, ice cold, frozen. I can't drink room temperature water. I will literally gag and throw up.
Yeah, no, like, some people do that during, I know that that's a big, like, pregnancy thing. Like, mad pregnant women love ice and then end up being super anemic because of the ice. Me, I never chewed on ice, one, because when I was pregnant, my teeth, I felt like I literally would feel like my teeth were loose all the time. I'm like,
oh yeah, that too.
I am one bite away from a tooth falling out. Like, it was like after pregnancy and all the dental work I had to get done afterwards, I was like, there's no fucking way. Like, I literally thought I was going to lose a back tooth. I'm like, this shit seems very loose and I don't know what's going on. But I found out it's like a calcium deficiency because that kid is stealing all your calcium. Now my damn teeth feel like they're falling out. And I've been like fillings, crowns, like you name it, I had to get that shit done after pregnancy. And I'm like, I've been feel like prone to cavities my entire life. Like it's just been a thing. And my dentist did tell me it is a hereditary thing. So it was not my fault. And I'm like, no, I brush, I floss, I have a water flosser. There's no way. There's just no way. And they're just like, no, it's hereditary. Some things you just can't control. But after pregnancy, I said, no, this is insane. I remember I was chewing gum and one of my fillings just came out. And I was like, oh, I cracked my tooth. Like I literally was just like, oh my God, I cracked my tooth. And I like took the gum out and I was like, what is this? And then I was like, no, my tooth. I'm like, nope, tooth is still there. A feeling that it just fell out. And I had to get that fixed. It's just
too many things.
The things that pregnancy does to your body.
Too many things.
Is insane. But the ice addiction, I am adamant. I will never, even though I be wanting to, I cannot be an ice chewer. I will get some ice for the summertime and that's it. And I would just be like, oh, take a little piece, put it back in a cup.
I try not to chew it, but it's like I have to have something in my mouth at all times. Like,
because of the spit?
Yeah, the spit, the saliva, the mucus. Then, like, it doesn't matter how many times you brush your teeth, you brush your tongue, you use mouthwash. There's always a weird ass nasty taste in your mouth if you're not eating. And I don't want to be a fat hog eating all day. So I use cough drops, ice. I have like little breath drops that like will kind of like clear your palate a little bit, but that only lasts for so long. But literally, I have to be like, it's like some type of oral fixation. That didn't happen to me my last pregnancy. So I don't know what this is. But yeah. I'm trying to have self-control with food because I don't be hungry half the time. I just eat because I feel like I need something in my mouth, like to eat. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not hungry. Well, I do be hungry every 2 hours. But I'm saying the in-between time, I don't be hungry, but I just need something to kind of like control the saliva and all the things. Like,
yeah, well, be safe with ice. Take your iron medication.
I do.
And so you cannot be severely anemic once this baby is delivered. And then you got to deal with all that shit afterwards. Because shockingly, you're like, oh, you're anemic. That thing didn't go away with pregnancy. Like, baby came out, now magically not anemic anymore. It's like, oh no, that's still lingering. You got to go fix that.
Yeah. The gestational diabetes you can get rid of. But
everything else,
yeah,
you're stuck.
Yeah.
You earned that. So yeah. But yeah.
You're right.
That's it. I don't know what episode is this. I never introduced the episode. I'm so sorry.
Oh, this is 69.
Well, 69. There it is.
All right, bye.